Hello YouTube, my name is Vandal and today I'm going to give you a short overview of my thoughts about Black Desert Online and what you should know as a beginner player. This is going to be a very short guide. If you want to know more, you can either ask me in the comments or view other guides on YouTube. There are tons of them. So what I wanted to talk about this game is that right now, if you're getting into it, it's a very good time because of the season summer event, which means you can create a season character that is going to have access to Vala gear. Vala gear is way easier to enhance than normal gear, and if you get full Pent Vala gear with weapons and accessories, that will be equal to 245 AP and around 303 DP. For reference, to Vala gear at Pen is equal to Tet boss gear, and Pen accessories are equal to Pent Vala accessories are equal to Tri accessories normal. So, if you already played the game before and you wanna return and make a season character, and you already did the main quests once, there is a way to skip the main quests including Medalla up until Valencia on the season character. That is only if you did it before. I don't think you are able to do it as a new player to the game. What you have to do is create your season character and follow the main quest until Velia. At Velia you're gonna talk to the guard, and afterwards you're gonna go to Alestin, which is right here. Alestin will give you a choice whether to skip the main quests or continue. Now, some people didn't read and just spammed R or whatever, and they chose to continue the main quests. The problem is that up until now you cannot go back on this decision. Pearl Abyss might implement a fix to this, so you will be able to skip the quests if you want, and if you do that mistake, but up until now you can't undo this mistake. So my overview of the game, I've been playing the game, and as a new player you should know that I think this game kind of has like two routes of playing it. You can either choose the grinder route, which means you have to work on your gear and you have to go and kill mobs at high end, you know, assuming you get like maybe to 50 AP in time. You're just gonna go to mobs and grind them over and over and over again in kind of a circle, or in the way the mobs are displayed, in the route you have to take to be efficient, and you're gonna make money. And with the money you have two ways of upgrading your gear. Every gear and everything, most stuff from the game can be bought from the marketplace with silver, including the best gear in the game. For example, Dandelion pen or Black Star pen. So you can either choose to buy the gear at the level that you want directly, or you can buy the base item and upgrade it yourself and try the RNG route. Personally, I am going to try and do my accessories by myself, but I don't know, it depends on how much money I'm gonna get and my patience, because you normally kind of need around 100 base accessories to try and get some Tet and tries. But looking recently at the cost of the accessories from base to Tet, it's almost the same price. So if I buy 100 at base, that's 7,100,000,000, and the Tet is like 8,100,000,000. So I can try and pen it, I guess. So actually I think with 100 accessories you can try and go for pen. If you get a pen, well, you saved a shit ton of money. But if you're not gonna get a pen, even if you get a Tet, you kind of save 1 billion. So that's kind of still like a bargain, but at the same time you can fail everything. So you have to choose the way that you want to play and calculate. As a new player, if you've never done the main quests line, you have to do it because they will give you contribution points and energy. Energy is used in different activities in the game, mostly life skilling, but others as well. And contribution points, you use those to invest in nodes or buy more storage slots, like here for example, or different things that you need or want. So the first route is to go and be the grinder route, but you also kind of have to combine it with life skilling. So even if you're like a grinder, you still kind of have to do like maybe 1 hour of cooking for the imperial trading, because that's easy money. Now the other route you can take is the life skiller route. But even as a life skiller, you kind of have to work on your gear and get as high mastery as you can. Usually if you get around, I think it was 1450, that's kind of like soft cap, and it's like a very good place to be. So I'm currently gathering master 8, cooking master 11, and the others I'm kind of focusing on cooking and gathering right now. So the choices that you kind of have in the game at the moment are gathering and cooking. You can't really call yourself a life skiller if you're gonna buy everything from the marketplace and then cook it, because your profits are gonna be super low. So you do have to gather, cook. Alchemy and processing, you can do this as a side semi-AFK thing. You can even do cooking semi-AFK when you go to sleep, but the thing that gives you the most money right now is gathering, cooking, bartering. Bartering is not AFK. I mean, so there some life skillers don't really take bartering as a life skill, because the difference is that when you gather, you cook, you farm and all that, you have to sell it on the marketplace where there's a tax, and you have to also like quote unquote PvP with the marketplace and the other people that are putting maybe the same stuff as you. Whereas in bartering, you just go with your ship on the sea and you barter for different goods, and you kind of have to get the highest tire and then you sell that for silver. So that's kind of like raw silver coming to you. Now usually if you really want to make good money out of life skilling, there's a stat called mastery, which increases the materials that you get or the products or the byproducts, call it whatever you want, that you get from whatever you're doing. This means that, for example, lumbering, the more mastery I have, the more lumber I'm going to gather. At cooking as well, the more mastery I have, the more byproducts I'm going to do per per minute, calculated as however you want. There's a lot of calculators and spreadsheets on the internet. I suggest to look up Agent Russ's guides on life skilling because he has a very nice guide explaining everything, but it does take you time. So raising your mastery is going to take you time, and you do have to raise your gathering as well, which is like the hardest thing to raise. Like cooking, I haven't done cooking in a while, so it's higher than gathering. If you're gonna go the life skiller route, you are going to have to buy energy potions and get those life skill experience, man. Like get the Verdurdrat, get the seafood crown meal from the OC's vendor, which is free. It's like 1 silver. Get your life spirit stones. They're cheap, they're not expensive. The most expensive thing is going to be the energy pots. You can use your other alts energy as well, but if you're a beginner, it's better for you to gather milk. So right now it actually went down. I might actually go and buy some of this. So if I buy 10, that's kind of like 44 million. I'm gonna go and quickly buy some because this is pretty good. Yeah, so live skilling is like a more chill, casual thing to do. You won't really have to deal with players that much unless you're going to the quote-unquote contested live skilling zone that everybody goes. But even then, there are lower chances that someone might ruin your rotation than if you go grinding, you know. So you choose the path that you think you want to do. You can try both and see at first what you like. You can also test out classes. So in terms of classes for life skilling, I did make a mistake. I would have preferred to have a wizard as a beginner, because wizards have a skill that when you kill the mobs around you, it kind of sucks them to the center of the skill that you used, and that saves me a lot of time, so I don't have to move after everything. Let's see, I want to buy a lot. I think I want to buy 50 because the price is very, very good. I think someone else is buying them as well. No, they're not. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm gonna buy some of these. Probably maybe 10 here and just 10 around here. Okay, I think I can have like 75. That's just enough for me. You know, I'm not like such a big energy spender. I'm still learning the rotation at the trees. Yeah, I did get a bunch of costumes when they were for sale. I got them for the crowns, but I think I might use the 10-2 Berserker costume on my Zerker. Now, these are the two things that you have to do. You can also do something else. If you don't know what class to get, you can get whatever class you like. My personal choice is play the class that you want to play in if you're gonna go the grinder route. Even if you go the grinder route, you still kind of have to combine the two things if you want to like min-max your income. So you saw me there going to trial. There, apparently you only have 3 slots. You can try out the classes if you're not sure what you want at first. So you can check, see here at the trial you have 4,000 skill points. And we got new gear for trial, which is Arsha Chest 2. And you get your stuff from here, and you're going to be equal to 272 AP, 352 DP. And you just try out the classes and find the one that you like. And when you do that, then you can level up to extremely high level. Now, if you really want to do this in the easy way, and if you really want to know the top classes that exist at end game level in grinding, sure, I can tell you. So first one is Striker Succession, second one is Hashashin, third one I think it's Nova Awakening from what I know, and you know, Sage also. But you know, the difference between quote-unquote top tier grind classes and the others is not that big when it comes to money per hour. So honestly, you're gonna spend a lot of time grinding, and you might as well do it on a class that you enjoy playing rather than something that you don't like but you're using it just to min-max. And it's not even that big of a min-max. Like, the difference in trash loot is going to be around 500 trash loot at most. So it doesn't matter. Play what you want, play what you like. Test the classes in trial, go against some of your guildies, get in a guild. It's very important to be in a guild because it gives you some passive buffs, even gathering buffs. So see, I have 3 points in gathering. That's just because of my guild. Well, that's kind of it. The game has true action combat. It looks very, very good. I'm actually on medium settings right now, so indeed it looks the way it looks. I recommend the game. You have any questions, leave it in the comments, and I'm gonna make maybe a video about it, or just give you an answer there. But I do recommend doing a season char, leveling it up, get your rewards. I did Corsair because of the special Corsair rewards, but after I make 61, I'm probably gonna switch it with a Nova and try out the Succession Nova. I'm really curious about that. I've been playing a Warrior, my last season char, full Tuvala. The reason why I have more AP here is because I have a part of the... No, I do have accessories which are more AP a bit than Tuvala. For example, Pencapocia ring 17 AP, Basilis belt 17 AP. So that's why, like, Pentavala ring is 14, Pencapocia ring is 17. So a bit more AP than usual, but I got this at like 2,300,000 because the last season the price dropped really low because of the Capocia belt. And we're gonna, next update, we're gonna find out the apparently reward that they're gonna give us this season. We don't know what it is. I hope it's a necklace, but it's kind of a long shot because necklaces are the most expensive accessories, and obviously if they put a necklace, a reward at season, they're gonna ruin the price on the market. But at the same time, this is like your catch-up mechanic in the game, right? And you kind of do have to give players catch-up mechanics because the game is already evolving to like 300 AP end game zones, and it's still like just going up, and it's just going up. So what are you gonna do with the players who are like 250 AP? You know, you gotta give them something to work with. It's already hard to raise your AP anyway, especially when you're lower AP, because the higher AP you have, the more money you make. But when you're low AP, you have to work more for it, technically, right? But that's kind of it. I did return to the game after a break. I played other games, and every time I play another MMORPG, I'm like a big MMORPG player, like in the sense that I played everything. I kind of only like MMORPGs that have some sort of PvP in them, and I played everything on the market except for maybe really old ones. Like, I played everything, and I just after you played this game with its combat, I just can't return to anything else. But that's just me, you know. I have friends that play other MMORPGs but don't want to play Black Desert, so you know, there's that kind of people as well. You know, play whatever you like. I'm just giving you an overview of this game. If you go the grinder route, you're still gonna have to do very small life skill stuff just to get the money from it. It's like free money. Even if you go the life skill route, it might be a bit beneficial to just sometimes use your egg race for 1 hour for more trash loot, and then until this one fills up, you go and do your life skill, you know, the entire day. You know, it sometimes is nice to just switch it up. You're gonna have to focus on one thing if you really want to get anywhere in the game. So either you're gonna be 90% grinder or life skilling, and you're gonna do the 10% when you can, because you can't really do both at the same level, because both take time. Like, none of the methods, either grinding or life skilling, are gonna give you more money than the other. They both give you, honestly, they both give you the same amount of money per hour at high level, right? So I'm talking about high level. When you're lower level and you're trying to raise your life skill up, you might get more money from grinding, maybe. Like at 250 AP, you just go in Akman and grind, and yeah, maybe you'll get 70, 80 million per hour there, and you're gonna get more than in life skilling. But that's just because in life skilling you're just gonna be at the beginning, right? So that's kind of my view on the game. It's way easier now to progress than it was before, so you should really try out and think about what I said and go grind. You know, I'm grinding my gathering and my cooking. I haven't really done any life skilling recently. I've just done the season pass for the Corsair just to like do it and then be done with it. So we can, don't forget that you also have quests that can literally give you levels from like 58 to 61. So I'm 60 right now and I'm just doing quests because my AP is not that high on my on my season character. So that's kind of it. A baby longer than I expected, but I wanted you guys to have the whole overview. In terms of season stuff, it's not hard. The weekly reward you want to get from the quests are Tuvala ore, because they're harder to get and you need them to repair your gear when you enchant, because Timefilled Blackstone is easy to grind. It's way easier. This one is not, and if you don't have enough Tuvala ore when you enchant your gear and your durability is 0 and you don't have Tuvala ore to repair, guess what? You're not gonna be able to enchant it anymore, and you're not gonna be able even to grind it if you're gonna have like a 30 durability weapon. You're gonna have to like go repair every, I don't know, 20 minutes or something. I don't know, something like that. Now it's better to be very careful how many ores you have so you don't end up with low durability on your items, right? So just pay attention to that. And other than that, it's easy to enchant. Like I got like a guildie of mine yesterday. He just had 3 Pentavalas with fucking 40 fail stacks. I'm at 49. I'm still failing. But yeah, that's the situation. That's the game. We love it. We hate it. Oh, and the one last thing. If you're gonna go the grinder route, you are going to need pets to loot from the ground. The game, I'm pretty sure, is going to give you as a beginner player rewards that I don't have here, and the rewards are going to include a pet probably or 2, but even with that you still need 5 pets and you need higher tier pets as well to get more loot. Because I've been playing the game for so long, I've amassed a lot of pets. Like the game just throws pets at you during certain events, which is super good, especially for beginner players. So they gave us a free tier 4 pet, which is currently the highest tier pet. It loots faster than a tier 1, obviously. I think you kind of, if you have like a tier 3 pets, you're gonna be good. You don't really need tier 4 that much. I think like if you're like a beginner player and you get tier 3 pets, that's okay. You don't have to like spend a shit ton of money to level up your pets. I had a lot of I tried to make it tier 4 my hedgehog, and I sacrificed 2 pets and it still didn't went, and I'm a bit sad, but that's fine. If there is anything else you want to know, just write it in the comments. Thank you and good luck grinding, whatever that will be.